Hi all, welcome back to more Conflict to Heroes. This is solo mission 4, Partisans. Um, this is part 7 and it looks like I have decided to stick with it. Because I was contemplating scrapping and not uploading the rest of the playthrough of this because, wow, I've got to think this is probably the most errors that I've had in a playthrough. I just feel like more of them came after speaking about it the last time. It's just a mess. I can't settle it. If I was to be somehow successful in this mission, which to be honest I don't think I am going to be, but you never know. It's not quite finished. There's certainly no way I could take a claim of victory if that was to come to that. I haven't completely watched back part 6. I'm sort of halfway through it. Although, apart from the sort of messy cut that I'm going to have to make, I haven't seen any errors up to now. But that's not to say they might not be there. Although I did feel like when I started recording part 6, I was really trying my hardest to concentrate a bit more. I don't know. I mean, this game, like I've said already, you wouldn't think this game was as complicated and you could make mistakes. Now, it might just be me and I don't know. I'm just blundering quite a lot. So I think I put comments in the headers for all the videos. I think I spoke about part 2 and part 3 and part 4. Yeah, I didn't finish part 4 when I was talking about the last time. Because I rolled, we took a chance and we chucked everything at a unit down here, an AI. And I needed a 3. I ended up needing only a 3 to actually hit it, but my goal was to try and critically hit it. And for some reason I said I needed a 5. Only adding 2 onto the 3, and it's 4 you need to add on. So it needed a 7. So I knew that when I was watching it back, and I thought, oh please, I couldn't remember what I'd rolled. I says, oh please make it at least a 7, and it was a 6 I rolled. So the unit should not have been critically hit. It should only have took a hit marker. It should have still been on the map. I took it off the map, gave myself a command card from the deck. In fact, gave myself a victory point back, which, to be honest, I should probably, well, I've took the unit off the map, so I think I kind of have to leave the victory point, take him back. Look, this, like I've already said, I think I'm probably going to redo this mission, and what I'll do is I'll add a comment to part 1 of this saying that anybody new that comes along might be better watching the... Well, I can't guarantee that if I was to do it again I'd get everything right though, but I don't know, I'm just... That was a terrible mistake. Then, so from part 5, there was a couple of things, maybe not so major right enough. Well, yeah, this is a kind of major one, because I counted 11 when I was doing, it was the FAI plus units less than or equal to 10. And I counted up, including the truck. I counted the truck, and there was 11 units. 11 AI plus units. So I wasn't able to move the mission track on. Whereas it should have been 10, and it should have moved the mission track. So again, I took a note of that. So basically, this is all messed up as well. And then the last thing was, yeah, that wasn't a biggie. I did say that the AI had passed when an RE made a move, and he moved adjacent to units, so it meant it revealed them. No, he moved adjacent to the truck, I think it was. So I revealed them, it was a no enemy. And I said, well, that's the AI just passing. But my guess is they didn't pass because they'd already moved. But because the unit just disappeared, I think then that just means their action's finished, because I don't need to draw spent checks or anything like that. So that was just, yeah, me thinking that way. That's not exactly an error as such, but yeah, this whole playthrough's kind of riddled with bad things happening, and I don't know why. Like I say, was getting into the swing. Yeah, I felt like I was, cruising along with. Apart from the issues that I've had with the low-risk move, I'm kind of coming out the other side with that. I'm just going to stick. I still haven't had a reply, so yeah, I'm going to play it as what the guys have been saying and what seems to make most sense. Now, whether there will be certain situations that come up that I sort of like doubting it a little bit, but I think if I stick with, I think there could be certain instances will come up where you know. I might hold off from moving rather than moving closer. I think they could come into it, but we'll see. We'll see as it goes on. And yeah, apart from them, and then like I say, what was the other one that cropped up that I spoke about early on in the playthrough, in the previous mission, I think, was the furthest from. Furthest from, it even caught me out, and it's almost caught me out again. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm playing that right now, hopefully, but you can see how I'm pretty sure there's other people being caught out with that one and probably not played it properly. Maybe not. Maybe again, it's just me. Right, okay, so I don't want to go. It's pretty late at night. I've not long finished work. I didn't think I was going to get to the table tonight, but just thought I'd get this started because I've pretty much watched through everything. Like I said, I've just still got a one bit of part 6, and I'd like to get this finished so I can decide either to set up or not set up and do it again, which I think I will do because it's a one mapper. There's not many units. Okay, it's still taking a little bit of time, but not as much time as the previous mission, and we're reasonably close to the end, as you can see. I mean that. Okay, the track has moved quite a bit, although there again maybe should be one more on because another blunder. But I'm going to have to just leave that the way it is. Yeah, so I come back to look at the map, and obviously I've been watching some of the previous parts, and I didn't realise it was this far on. I didn't realise I had placed the mines, so I thought, right, we were going to find out what actually happens to them. So there is a thread on BGG regarding mines in this scenario. And it would only really affect things, I think, if the mines got placed on the road and then it could blow up one of the trucks. You do have to actually go over it for it to do something. The other thing, it might end up going in a hex that kind of hampers your movement or whatever. But where it's appeared just now, it's kind of out of the way and it's not going to do anything, I don't think. And I think I can't find any more information that says even if it automatically blows up when you place it. Pretty sure that's not the case, but if it was, you can see it's not going to blow anything up unless it goes more than one hex, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. I'm pretty sure if I looked it up, it would only affect, it might only affect the one hex. I get the feeling it affects the hexes round about, but I didn't go reading into that because, yeah, I've not really got the time for that just now. Yeah, okay, so it's my turn, so I'm just going to move on a little. Like I say, probably don't have much time, but I can maybe get 20 minutes or so done here. Unless I get in the swing of it and push for a finish, if I can see the end in sight, maybe. So looking around, yeah, these guys spent. Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up what we've got. So he's hit, and he's pinned, so he can't move. These are both spent, mind you. He's unnerved. He's spent, so this guy's not. And we've got our pioneers up there. They've got that. Okay, their machine gun spent. I think the machine gun turned it. Did it turn around? Or did it fire at the truck? No, I think it turned around. Maybe that's when it got spent. I remember it pivoting anyway. Yeah, was it not in short range and it pivoted? Yeah, and I think maybe got spent. Okay, so they've only got the 2 fresh units, and we've got 1, 2. Well, we've got the truck as well. And yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I did. I was counting the truck when it came to fresh units, fresh AI less than fresh units, but it doesn't count to move the track, the mission track. That's right. I couldn't find anything really in the rules to say that it didn't count for the fresh units. So, not one way or the other. So I think I was counting it for that. So hopefully that is right. Right, so what are you going to do, Grant? I think I might just try and move this guy up to here. Maybe try and have a go at him. In a normal attack from there too. He's not in any cover, so it's against 12. So it'd be 2 against 12, wouldn't it? I can't. Actually, I'm not laying a sight on him now, but I'm talking about moving in that hex. But 5 against 12 if we were able to do that. So I think I'm going to move in there and turn my face in that way. And that's a check on a 1. I suppose I could potentially come down and get in his flank, but that's an extra move. Anyway, let's see what we've got with this one. So checking a 1. We've got a 4, so okay. Now, what card have we got? Oh yeah, we've got Follow Me, which is an automatic rally. We've no caps left, but that's a 2 AP cost. It's not just caps. So I think you can. I want to say you can use any unit to do this check, but that seems a bit. Yeah, because these are spent. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how that works. I might need to look at that because they can't spend the 2 action points to do it. But what I feel like I want to say is how that works is I can pick a unit that's not spent, any unit, to do the cost, but automatically rally one of the units. Sounds a bit off that though, so I'll maybe just hold off on that until we... Well, the thing is, if I spend the other 2 units that I've got, I then won't be able to do it, so... Well, to be honest, I still think it's more important that we move up here and maybe try that guy. However, the AI have a shot to come in between. So let's do that. Well, there you go. So command order card. And I had a look again about the video, like how you could see that. It's me zoomed right out there. But yeah, it seems quite clear that you can read these. It's just when I'm looking at the camera, it's not. But when you look it back on the video and that, I think it's quite readable. I mean, if you're one like me that needs glasses to watch something like that up close, then you would do it anyway. So, I mean, I wouldn't be able to see if I wasn't looking at my glasses. But then if I was watching the video up close, it'd be a bit unclear as well. So, anyway, I'll leave it as is just now. So there's nothing, no close combat, no short range. Hit AI closest, no, there's no hit AI. AI furthest from a hit unit, fire +2 caps. Yeah, that's going to happen. This guy is going to fire at him, I think. And here's me just saying that I could have maybe rallied one of them. And to be honest, it probably would have... Well, yeah, I think it would have been this guy I rallied. Because, well, one thing is the better unit. He's got an attack rating of 4, machine gun. The other one, he's in line of sight of that. Whereas this one's kind of hiding in the trees. Saying that, this is the one that can't move. Whereas this one could move, so... However, I didn't do any of that, so there's nothing. Well, these are the only 2 hit units, and this is the only one that can be fired upon. The machine gun, again, this is behind the trees. Remember, it is a blue card, so this guy here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not got the range. I'm not sure he's got line of sight, but I think that's going to cut through there. But anyway, he's not got range. So this guy does. So I mean, the instruction is AI furthest from a hit unit. So that's a hit unit that can be fired upon. That's the only unit that can fire. So the furthest part doesn't really come into it. So he's going to fire plus 2 caps. So yeah, this could be bad. So it's a 4 plus the 2 is 6. Is he in? He's not in cover, is he? No. So 6 against 12, isn't it? Yeah, 6 against 12. So that's quite a decent chance actually he's got. And remember, he only needs to hit. Doesn't need to be a critical hit. So yeah, 6 against 12. So here we go. Could be the end of his game. And it is, yeah. So that was 13 against 12 in total. So this guy is gone. And that goes up on the cap track. They get another victory point. And they're up to 4. And yeah. And there's no spent checks. That was a command card. Am I missing something else there? No. Put that in the cap track, they get a victory point. Yeah, I think that's all that happens. So that's another unit we are down. Well, let's give it a try, I suppose. So I'm going to move this guy up. 1, do a check on a 1. Oh no. That is the last thing I needed. And I've no caps. And I have no card that can let me do anything. Okay, back to them. Track's going to move. So it moves on to nothing space, but that's 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's end of the mission. So what do we have here? Now they've only got, well, they've got 2 units that aren't spent, right? So nothing up close, no counteractions because there's no control markers. Unhit AI closest to a fresh unit that just acted. Fire, no, because this is unit just acted. Well, and he's not fresh, so we can forget about that. AI closest to target, move towards, right, we'll be able to do that. So who's closer? This guy's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the truck. And this guy's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the truck. 6 away from that. AI closest to a target, move towards. Okay, well there's 2 AIs and there's 2 possible targets depending on which AI we pick. If it's this AI, then that's a target. And as we've got to pick the AI first, I need to check between these 2. So how does that go again? More than one eligible AI is equally distant to a target. Execute. Unhit, lowest cost to move randomly. Yeah. Okay, so they're both unhit. They've both got a 1 cost to move. So it's going to be randomly between the 2. Is that right, Grant? AI closest to target, move towards. Yeah, I need to pick the AI first. And then if it's this AI, I need to decide between the two targets because they're 5 away each. However, if it's this guy, then that's his closest target. I think that's how to do it. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3 for the RE. I've rolled a 4. So is the rifles. And like I've already said, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's closer to that. That wasn't an option for him. So it's going to be a move towards the truck. well, yeah, this is kind of an odd one, because that's a forward move, and then he could turn his face in. Whatever. However, both these hexes get 1x closer, and this is into cover. And it's going to cost them another 2 APs, because he's going backwards and he's going into heavy woods. So in some ways, I think this is maybe one that some of you guys, well, not really. I mean, or would you override that? Because it does want to move fewer number of hexes. I suppose fire zone issues. I don't think. No, hang on. We're going to that hex, aren't we? Oh, that is going to be in a fire zone. That is going to be in his fire zone. No, it's not. Grant, he's only got a range of 3. So it's not. And so neither of them are fire zones. But going by the rules, he'll move closer, and then he wants to move into the highest defensive modified hex. So he's going to move into there, which means rather than go like that and spend him 1, he's going to go like that and spend 1 to move in, 1 because he's going backwards, and then 1 because it's a heavy woods. And he's going to turn his face in something like that, I would think. He wants to be facing this. That picks up these other 2 units. Yeah, the only one that doesn't get is that guy. So that's what I think happens, and he's going to have to take a check on a 3 for that. But then I've made that many blunders in this game. However, blunders, the only good thing about it all is, well, I'm saying that I've picked up all the mistakes. I might not have. There could be some more out there that I've not noticed. But at least they're all highlighted, I suppose. So that's kind of why I thought, well, I could at least leave the video. And the fact I recorded that much footage, that seemed a bit of a shame just wiping it all out. Right, anyway. So do a check on a 3 for that guy. And he gets a 5, so he's okay. Right, and then back to us. Right, I think I want to know if I can do what I said and maybe do that follow me automatic rally by using that guy to then rally that. It seems like that's not how it should work, but give me a sec. Right, well, I'll tell you what, I've just read something there that's quite interesting that I'll need to remember for the future, because I thought I'll look under action cards and follow me, which is this card, obviously. Sorry for the glare. It says any unit or group may immediately rally. So, well, there's 2 things to this actually. Because any unit or group may rally. Now, did we not have both these units that we could have classed as being a group? Because they were both together. I mean, that guy's away now. Yeah, because he was in there, wasn't he? Both of them were hit. So any unit or group may immediately rally, and it's an automatic rally. I mean, it does say automatically rally a unit, but it does mention group here in the thing, which tends to suggest that we would pay the 2 costs for this and rally both of them because they were in a group. That's what I'm getting from that. However, the next part of this is interesting too. It says may even be used on hit markers with no rally conditions. So just jumping out to one of the, I mean, I think they're only on the vehicle one, the armoured ones. But that immobilised marker there, look, it says no rally. Well, that follow me can take that off. So I didn't know that. So that's good to have found out. However, it's still not helping me with what I was trying to find out. So give me a second. Okay, I think I've found what I need. I didn't think I was going to, but page 10 of the rule book, the normal rule book, not the solo rule book, it gives a description of action, bonus weapon cards. and follow me is the actual card that it's showing, but it doesn't. But what it tells you is the cost to play an action, bonus, or weapon card is listed in the middle of each card, which is obviously the 2 there. If the cost icon is blue, the cost must be paid in caps, and if in green, the cost must be paid by activated units APs. If the icon is split with both colours, which this one is, the action may be paid with any combination of APs and or caps. So we've no caps left, but I'm trying to use a unit's APs. However, it says a card paid for with an activated unit's APs must be played on that unit. Cards with no cost or cards paid for entirely with caps may be played on any unit. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of what you feel like should be. I don't know. I kind of just got the impression that I thought I had read it. So I think what it is I maybe because if I played caps to play it, it can be played on any unit. Which makes sense. If I play the 2 caps, I can rally this guy. Now, if I want to use the 2 action points to do the rally, they need to be spent on this guy. So this guy would have to be fresh for me to do it on him. So that's not any good to us. Okay, fair enough. I can move on without the rest of that needing to. Yeah, I'm just going to push this guy up. So in there for 1 and take a check on a 1. That is a 5. Let's just move on. So over at the AI. Oh, hang on, stop, Grant. The track moved. Would that have affected? So that was my last card. Then the track moved. So the track moved, and they done a move towards. Yeah, and that guy moved. So it wouldn't, because when the track moved, I forgot to move the wagon. The truck. So 1, 2, 3. So the truck's down there now. But when that moved, and then the action the AI carried out, oh no, the truck would have moved. Oh, God. Grant. So, let me put the cards back. Right, that goes back to there. That goes back. I'll put the 2 cards on top. Let's rewind a little bit. Let's just move this guy back. And let's just move this guy back to there. Because that would have been the situation. Well, hang on, 1, 2, 3. The truck was in there. We've done this. We moved the mission track. And then what should have happened is this should have went 1, 2, 3. Now, the reason I'm having to backtrack is because this unit was moving towards his closest target, which was a truck. So now we need to go back and see what the AI that is closest to target move towards. So now it's not going to be that guy at all, and it's going to be him, isn't it? Because he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from our pioneers. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 5 away from the truck as well. So, however, that die roll that randomised between these 2 would not have applied now because this guy is too far away. So it is this guy that's the AI, and he's got to pick between the 2 to move towards. My. Yeah, I always knew there was much more meat in this game than it looks at times. And I wonder if it was going to hold up and still be that way, because it was one of the first sort of games, solo war games that I played, and it was like, I thought it was complex, but I mean, there's heavier games in this, definitely, but you can see that it's catching me out. But that just could be catching me out, maybe not be catching anybody else out. So, if the eligible AI can execute a move order against multiple units, spent unit, hit unit, there's no mission objectives because it would then be closest to mission objective. Then randomly, spent unit, hit unit. None of these are spent, none of them are hit. So it's going to be a random selection between these two. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6. So he's going to move towards the truck. That was right, yeah? Yeah. Oh, that's going to be good because we're going to reveal it. So he's moved towards... Oh no, he can move in there. And that's where he's going to go. Because that's going to take a 1, 2, 3, 4 away. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So that's going to be his target on it. So we're not going to reveal him. So he's going to move into there at a cost of 2. Now we know what the card is. It's a 5, wasn't it? So he moved in there. And it was a 5 because we already drew that to check for that. So he stays fresh. But that guy's back where he shouldn't have moved. That's fine. Yeah, and then it's our turn. Then we move that guy, and we check on a 1, and we get a 5. Okay, and now it's back to them. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, we've not seen this card, have we? No. That's right. We drew the 5. Yeah, that's a new card. That's us back to where we should be. Right, so... Yeah, I don't think so. Right, there's no short range, close combat. And AI plus units is not less than or equal to 4, so we can move on from that. No counteractions. Or maybe I did draw the card and it's when did I realise? What made me realise? The truck, yeah. Maybe I had drawn this card because it feels like there was counteractions on it. Yeah, but I stopped myself and took it away. Right, let's carry on. Highest firepower AI closest to a fresh unit. Fire. Has he got 5 range? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Highest firepower AI, closest to a fresh unit, fire. Oh, hang on. There is 2 targets, isn't there? This could fire on this. Hang on though. Highest firepower is always going to not be the RE. It's just, this could fire on this could fire on that. I think that's my 2 possibilities there. So that would be 3 against 12. And I don't think I need to really look at that. I mean, that's fine, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know why I'm having to look at that. So that's 3 against 12. So that is a 9. And like I say, this is not... We can't class that as highest firepower. So the only reason we could come back to this is, say, for instance, this was a cost... It was going to be an 11 for him and he wouldn't take it on. Then we would maybe come back to this guy. But he is going to take that on. Highest firepower AI, closest to a fresh unit. That is a fresh unit. So fire. So 3 against 12. So he needs a 9. Oh, 1 shot. Oof, that was close. Right, so no. And the good thing is that costs him 4. Oops. Costs him 4 for that. So we do a check on a 4. And he gets a 5. Dear me. It was a command order card though. So something at least. Yeah, I think I'm coming in here because I'm going to get to reveal this, and then I'm right behind this machine gun, and we're in a bit of cover. I mean, okay, this guy might fire us again, but it's going to be 3 against 13 next time. So I'm moving it there. It's going to cost me 1. So I'll do the check first. It's a 6. Good. Right, now I think we reveal him now because we're adjacent, don't we? It is adjacent to a unit. Yeah, okay, so I'm going at the cup. We've only got 2, so I'm taking that. Oh, well, there you go. Don't know what that, I think the other one's a no enemy, but I'm not 100% sure. I've not looked in there. Right, so I spent But he is going to turn facing that way, so he's not exposing his flank. That goes away. We've done our spent check, and it's back to them, isn't it? Yeah, I just had a fright there. I just looked to see if I was recording. I need to keep an eye on that. So it's alright. I don't suppose I've done much touching of the Zoom though since I've started pressing record here, have I? Okay, yeah, I've done a spent check. Right, so it's back to them again. So here we go. Don't want a blue card here. Right, reshuffle after action. Yeah, there was a bit I forgot about reshuffling the deck as well, didn't I? I think that's in that last part. I've not got to that yet. Okay, so what I had an idea of was, see when that comes up, so I don't forget, just do that or something like that, so that when I go over here, I know I've got to do something, and then I'll click. Because I thought about putting that in but that's better because I want to read this card and something like that. That will remind me. Right. So there's no up close because this is spent, so he can't do anything with that. Hit AI closest to a unit. There is no hit AI. Highest fire per AI furthest from a unit just active fire plus 2 caps. Yeah. So he is going to fire again, isn't he? With 2 caps. So highest fire per AI. Well, again, this guy could fire and this guy could fire. He's definitely the highest fire power because that's an RE. And he can only fire at him. So, and he's getting plus 2 caps. However, we moved into a plus 1 defense, so our defense is 13. He's attacking with a 3. Sorry, I should probably zoom in a little bit to see some of the action though, shouldn't I? I'm forgetting, I'm just looking at the card and then not showing you up close a bit. So he's 13, he's a 3, but he's got 2 caps, so it's 5 against 13, so it's going to be an 8 he's going to need. So slightly better. Well, in fact, he rolled an 8 the last time, didn't he? So here we go. Oof, well, that's 1 short of a critical, wasn't it? He needed 8, he got 11, which is 3 above 8. Although the way I played it the last time against them, it would have been a critical hit because I only counted 2, so it is a hit. Not good. Oh, I hope it doesn't affect me firing. Right. Panicked. Oh, I can't attack. Ah, man. And that gives a -2 to his frontal defense. We just need this to finish, I think. Okay, so he's took a hat now. He needs to take a check on a 4 again. I need to reshuffle, so I need to take that off, but I'll remember now. So we'll draw for the spent check first. That is a 1, so he is spent, and I'll reshuffle the deck. But so now all we can, we've got the follow me. Oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. So now I can play this card, on that guy, because it needs to be played on the actual target if you're using APs for it. If I was using caps for it, I wouldn't have mattered. So I'm going to do that because it makes total sense. He's the only fresh unit I've got left anyway. Sorry, I'm just shuffling up this deck still. Right. So I'm going to spend, it's going to be a 2 action point spent, and it's an automatic rally. I don't need to roll for it. So that comes away. So that was good. I mean, that's a card done, but however, it's done its job. Now we need to do a spent check of 2 on that guy. So there's a good chance he might get away with this. He has. Oops, I'm zoomed in. That's a 4. So yeah, that was good. Whereas normally doing a normal rally it costs 5, but that was using that card to auto rally, so all good. Now it's back to them. If AI plus units less than or equal to 4, it is not. So what we got? Nothing up top, no counteractions, no hit AI. AI closest to a target, low risk move towards. What have they got? They've only got this guy left fresh, haven't they? Is that right? Yeah. So AI closest to target, low risk move towards. He's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 1, 2, 3 away from that. So he's going to low risk move towards that. He won't stack with that. So he's going to move into there. That will add a +1 to his AP. He's got 1 hex closer, he's in +2 DM hex, so that seems fine for me. So it's a check on a 2. Kind of hoping he goes here. 6. Right, okay, so we take the shot on now. Well, he is 12 plus the 2 is 14, so do we... What does he get? He gets 4. Yeah, his attack strength is 4. His attack power, attack rating, firepower, whatever. Yeah, so it's 4. I know it says they don't have the flamethrower, no flamethrower, but I think that's just some added effect that they can have. But his attack strength is still 4, I believe. So it's 4 plus the 3 for being short range is 7 against this guy's 14, isn't it? 7 against 14. Yeah, so we're going to take that on. So we need a 7 for a hit. Hopefully the die will stay high now. And that's not a 3. No, 6. So no, we don't get anything. Alright, he does have a good... His cost to check is a 2, so... Let's see. I'm at a 2. That's not working for us. Right, so back to them. They still have 1 fresh unit. We've only got the truck left. If the AI plus units less than or equal to 4 again, it is not. Still more than 4. So we have nothing up close. We've just got that 1 RE that can do something. So can it fire? No. No. Can't fire. Well, hang on. No, because I think they're still classed as the woods, aren't they? Yeah, we've said that. It's just the movement through them that helps you. That's still going through the woods. Yeah, okay. And they get the +2 for being in that hex. Pretty sure that's right. That's the only thing I could come to about that. So, no, the RE can't fire. Largest group of mobile AIs closest to a mission objective or unit low-risk move towards. Well, he's the only one that can do it. He is a mobile AI because he's got a movement cost of 1. Remember, this is the one that... Where's the machine gun there? That one. That wouldn't have been... That's not classed as a mobile AI because it's got a movement cost of 2. Right, I'll zoom in a little bit, try and show you there. So he's not classed as mobile AI. Right, so can we... no, I'm not sure he can low risk move towards, can he? He can't stack, and he can't go into there because it's going to be in his short range fire zone. So... Right, well, here's one then. Maybe. I've noticed I've started saying things like that, and then halfway through I've thought I've had to conclude that what I'm talking is a lot of rubbish. So we can't move him closer to him. Could you consider, right? So hang on, Loris move. It doesn't really matter. He's not in a fire zone. I mean, sorry, give me a second. Right, so he's not in a fire zone, and we know he can't move into that. That would be in a fire zone, but it'd be in short range. That's a no-no. It says that they can't do that. But see, no, I mean the thing is, he's in heavy woods. That would be moving into light woods. What I'm trying to get round here though is he could move. That is a move towards the unit's flank, maybe. And I think this is one of the ones that maybe could. I mean, right now I think Hal's saying it can't move closer, so I think he's setting that sort of thing. Whether Lewis, and I know I keep talking about these guys, it's only because they've mentioned that's how they see it, that's how they would do it, and whatever. So, and there's others out there as well, no doubt. But we definitely can't move closer in this situation. Now you might say, well, he can't do this at all. Let's move on. Maybe. But could he move? Remember the movement hierarchy combined with 5.2, which does say that an AI movement that does not increase the number of hexes. If an AI cannot move in a way that decreases number of hexes, it may instead move into a target's flank, and again, the word in there, move into a target's flank or move towards a target's flank, whether they're the same thing or not. I'm just kind of, that was part of my question, but I've not got the answer. So, or move into cover or pivot, providing that it does not increase. So, could that be considered moving towards that unit's flank? That's the thing there. And then if you look at the hex movement hierarchy, the first one's move closer, like fewer number of hexes. The second one's out of a fire zone. Well, he's not in a fire zone, so, and he wouldn't be moving into one. The next one, well, there you go, move into the highest defensive modifier hex. So if he did make that move, he'd be moving for a +2 into a +1. So right now the alarm bells are ringing and you're saying, no, you can't do that then. And then finally, the last one is towards an enemy's flank, and that's what I'm trying to get at here. Because let's say this guy does low risk movement here, right? And let's just say we have a turn, nothing happens, because I think we're having to pass anyway. Let's just say this guy gets another low risk move towards. Now again, he can't move in there, but he can now move into there, moving closer to the unit's flank, and he's still not in a fire zone. He's still not in his fire zone, he's safe. Let's just say we pass again. So now, this unit can now move into there as a low risk move, because he can move into short range as long as it's not in the unit's fire, it's not in his fire zone, it's not. So then he's now in a great position. So, okay, it costs him 3 moves to make that, but if they were all low risk situation, all low risk moves, then that would be a good move for him, wouldn't it? So I think that's an example of maybe how, how you can sometimes maybe struggle to decide that. Because there's 2 bad things from moving from there to there that you might say. One is it's not getting closer. The other one is it's moving into lesser cover. But if you've got to find something in that, reading it again, the AI will move to a hex that is a fewer number of hexes away from the target. Then, so, if it can't do that, then the AI will move out of a fire zone or will not move into a fire, just stay away from a fire zone. Right, well, we can achieve that, but we need to still move somewhere. Because I can't just stay where I am, obviously. The AI will move into the highest defensive modifier hex. Well, he's already in that, and if he moves into that, it's less. So, that's where you might say it falls down. And then the last one is move towards an enemy's flank, and like I've just explained to you, low risk move into there, next turn low risk move, he's in his flank. and then he takes a shot at him next turn. I mean, he's got to survive all the spent checks, and we've got to do nothing else, but we are spent, and that could actually happen. So, yeah, I think that one's quite interesting. Now, how would you think the other guys would look at it then, Grant? Well, I think you would have to move on to the next command, because that is his closest target. He can't suddenly look at another, or can he? Why can he not, Grant? Why can't he look at his next closest target and lower his move? And that would maybe be into here, going towards the truck. Yeah, well, I suppose that would be a low-risk move, wouldn't it? Moving from there to there is getting one hex closer, it's staying in the heavy woods. I'm just trying to rack my brain here to think, would we do that? For some reason I'm doubting myself there. This is the closest target. Can he lower us move towards it? If you're concluding that we can't lower us move towards that, can we then sort of say, right, where's his next target? Because he's the only unit that can move. So can we consider this one as our closest target now and make the low-risk move into there? Or do we move on to the next command? I want to feel like we can consider this. If he can't do it against that unit, where's his next closest? Yeah, because I gave that perfect example in my error away down here, when the AI was here and he had a unit here and a unit here, and he wasn't allowed to low risk move into there because it'd been in fire zone, but he could have done it into there. And I randomised between the two. It turned out to be that guy, and I says, right, well, you can't do that. I never then looked at, mind you, they were as close as each other, weren't they? Rather than being next closest, you know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's maybe that sort of time at night where that one's just I'm struggling to sort of get. So yeah, and I have let this run for almost an hour, and I only said I was going to be here half an hour, so I'm going to have to go because it's pretty late. So what should we do about that? I think I'm going to leave that situation just sitting there, and I know it's a poor time to end the part, but it'll let me think about this overnight and have a look into this, and yeah. Yeah, and I think that's quite an interesting one to show as well, just to see. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm going to have to go for now though, so I'll just call that apart. It's 53 minutes. I know it's not the best place to finish. I wasn't getting the mission finished anyway, so, and again, this is going to be a whole mission that's like full of errors anyway, so I'd like to try it again. I'm pretty sure I will. I don't think, because moving on in the campaign right now is probably a bigger sort of challenge, and I'd like to maybe have another go at this, especially after seeing all these mistakes that I'm making. Make sure I'm ready for the campaign. Okay, might get back tomorrow. We'll see, but I'll be back when I'm back. Okay, cheers.